Hi, Hogs. We're going to watch film from today's practice. We only got 10 plays, so we'll go through them here. I'll tag them afterwards. I don't have them tagged. Here, we're running cop right. So everyone's blocking backside. That's what it should be. Okay. Only play we block play side is our outside run plays, which is sweep, toss, and jet. So we should be going back, back. Okay. Double, back, rip up, and then kick out right there. All right. So here we should be going back. So those two blocks are messed up. He's on the line of scrimmage. Just go block back to him. Right. Should be a down and a down. Okay, Tags and Rife, you're working to this backer here. I don't know what got messed up here. Okay, but Tags, you should have your eyes looking here. All right, you should be going that way. Rife, we should be shuffling down. We should be lower on the hip. We're just way too high. Okay, even LaFleur, if you were doing a push block and you were correct, you're way too high. You're stepping with that outside foot here. Okay, I took time during our film showing you exactly what a push block should look like, and it's not transferring over to the field. Okay, the best teams that we've had have been able to transfer drill over to team sessions. They've been able to transfer film session over to live team sessions, and so far I have not seen that from this group pretty much at all. And that's not a good sign for this group. Is that I teach you how to do footwork. I show you the exact way that it should be done, but that's not being transferred over to when we're actually doing a team set. We're not taking those techniques. I don't know why. I don't know if we forget them. I don't know if we haven't repped them, or if you just don't trust me as a coach, where you are deciding, no, I'm just going to do my own thing and do it the way that I want to do it because I think that's better. And that's really dangerous if that's your thought process, because I think I've gone through it enough. I have film on YouTube where you can go back and watch it, where I show exactly how it should be done. Yet we're still not doing it that way. So it's starting to bring me to believe that you guys are just deciding to do it your own way, doing your own thing, which is really going to hurt your team. It's going to hurt your record and our success this season if that's what you're going to do. And it's just going to get to the point where I'm not going to be upset about it. And you guys are just, you're going to put the nail in your own coffin if that's what you're going to do. Okay. We should be shuffling down, getting our hands on the hip, not up on the shoulder. It's way too high. Okay. Wyatt Berg, good job getting up into the line of scrimmage. Okay. But you need to be right here off of Thome's butt. If I can see the four techniques hands, that means you can get in between it. Okay. We should be right there. We should also be low. You're way higher than he is. We should be down by the hip. Once again, these are things that we have practiced. This is things that I have coached. These are things that I have shown, and yet we're not applying it on the field. Okay, this is not a good sign. We're still not blocking the right guys, and the guys that we are blocking, we're not blocking with correct technique. Okay, here we're running trap. Trap right. So wheel and seal, pull kick out first guy on outside the guard. Okay, we got a double team, got a base and a push, working a backside backer, rip up inside. All right. Lucas, watching you. You step down hard, but now you got to seal him off. Okay, you need to get your head on the play side armpit here, and the only way he can go is that way, or he's running up the field. You cannot let him in this way, which is what happens. Okay, you can't let him go that way because he makes the tackle next time. You have to really seal him off, so the only way you can go is that way. Influence him upfield. Okay, influence him that way. Don't give him a chance to go over the top. LaFleur, your first step should be into the line of scrimmage. Okay, LaFleur, this is the play where you said you didn't have enough room to get your head on the inside. Once again, just like last play, I stop right here. Okay, he's about 1.5 yards away from that line. Okay, and you're still on this line. So I know there's room that we can turn up right here and get our head in between his the tackle's butt and his hip. Look at all this space that you can still try to get in there. All right. So we need to make sure we turn our body and get in there right away, because now this play is dead in the water because we don't get the kick out block. Okay, right here, we need to start turning up field. We need to get into the line of scrimmage, get our head right there in between him and where the wall's being created. Okay, otherwise, dead play. We're trying to run the ball. They're doing a great job. Our A-backs are doing a great job running the ball downhill like they're supposed to. We need to do our job up front, getting our head inside. I've showed it. I've taught it. I've talked about it. We've tried to rep it. Okay, this is really tough, I know, but we need to get our head in the inside and get that job done, or we're not going to be successful. This is not successful. Okay. Tags and Rife on your double team here. Your base and push. Okay, you're finally going to the right guy, but Tags, you are way too high, buddy. He's getting underneath you. You need to get underneath him and run your feet. This double team is not tight. You guys should be hip to hip. You guys need to be hip to hip. Okay, he can easily split this double team if he wanted to, and we're not going to get any movement. We're not getting any movement. Okay, you should be shuffling nice and tight. Both of you should be looking through the hips here, down low, okay, or underneath the armpit. That's where you should be looking, not over the shoulder. Over the shoulder is bad. You need to be underneath the armpit. Okay, and Tags, do not get impatient to come off this block. We want to push that guy over into your gap. We want to force this linebacker to go over the top. The only time you should be going really getting off is when to block the linebacker is if he's in your gap. I know he steps up here, okay, but stay patient. Only get off of this block unless you can reach out and touch him. That's when you'd want to get off. Okay, but we need to throw the nose into our gap. That's what we need to focus on. And it would help if Rife actually gave you some assistance to do so. Okay. Still, his steps are not good. He's not galloping down. He takes a big second step. His body is turned. So now he's a one-way player. I talked about this during film this morning, where if he flows over the top, then we can get off and go block him the right way. We need to be down on the hip. I would love to see you guys use your shoulder and spear this guy right through the hip. You are big, strong guys, both you and LaFleur, and you should be able to move anybody, any nose guard in our section if you do it correctly. If you do this with your hand up on the shoulder, you're not going to move anyone, and we're not going to be successful. Okay, Thome, good job stepping hard inside, ripping up inside, getting to your linebacker. Okay, but you need to settle your feet. You got to make sure you settle down when you get to your block. We can't run by him. Okay, we can't have that happen. Now you miss him, and now he makes a tackle. Okay, we're running trap again here. Okay, we wheel and seal again, same thing. Really turn your butt this way. Have your butt face towards the sidelines to influence him that way. There's no way that guy should go over the top. Okay, LaFleur, you skip pull here. I don't know why this is supposed to be trap, I believe. Oh no, we're doing power read. That's what it is. Okay, we're doing power read. So on power read, guys, I know we haven't repped it. Power read, we instead of kicking, so and this is where it is. Thome's doing this wrong too. So Thome should be base blocking this guy. And we're running a power read. So we should be blocking it just like power, guys. Power and counter. Okay, we're going to kick out the first person outside the tackle, but in power read, we're going to read the first person outside the tackle. Who's that guy? And that's great that he's so far off because it's an easy read and it's easy yards for us to run it. Okay, so we should be base blocking this guy. LaFleur, your rule is play side inside backer. Okay, so Thome should be blocking him. LaFleur goes up to play side inside backer. Okay, you guys pretty much switch responsibilities, but we need to be blocking power. We hear power, base block, push block, base block, skip pull up into play side inside backer, wheel and seal. Okay, you guys are working there. And now, since we don't have an H, we're going to read this guy. All right, and if this guy stays out here, the quarterback can keep it. All right, or he can hand it off because we have numbers in the box. Okay, it's really his choice what he wants to do. All right, so run it just like power. Base block. This push block, Rife, once again, you're up on the shoulder. Get down on the hip, use your shoulder pad, and get right down on his hip. We're just too high. We're not taking the correct steps again. Okay, tags, don't step over. Don't step to the left. There's no need to do that. Go right at fire off the ball, fire right into this guy and block him straight back. Because now look at all this space that's being created in between you and the double team. Once again, Taglin, you're getting too antsy to try to come off on this linebacker. This linebacker has not triggered in your gap yet. Okay, he stepped up, but you can't reach out and touch him yet. You need to be patient on this. Okay, because he can still flow over the top. He is not committed to your gap yet. And when you step off to the side like this, look at all this space here. We have no double team. We have no power. Okay. See, Lucas, this is why you need to cut this guy off because he's going to fall in and make the tackle. Okay, next play, we're running trap. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to say here. LaFleur, okay, remember that trap play that we had last time here. Okay, the way that you get into the line of scrimmage here on your skip pull is the way you need to get into the line of scrimmage when you take your trap pull. Because look how you're actually able to kick this guy out the correct way this time. Okay, because you actually get up into the line of scrimmage. Where last play here, you go flat down the line of scrimmage, and then it's too late. Okay, you go flat, and then you have to go up. Okay, here you actually get tight to the wall like you're supposed to. You stay tight to the line of or you stay tight to the wall. You get up into the line of scrimmage, and now look, you're able to get your head on the inside and kick him out the way you're supposed to, on like you were supposed to the last play. Now on this play, we're blocking the wrong guy because we're supposed to be running power read, but that's what your kickout blocks are supposed to look like. Get up into the line of scrimmage. I hope that makes sense. Okay, now we're running trap to the left. Okay, Lucas, you rip in nicely. Yep, coming back for that guy. Then you're gonna, if he goes way outside like that, then you're gonna block him to the outside. Okay, LaFleur, you're taking a big step with that outside foot. You're not galloping down, not doing any of the things that I taught you to do. Okay, you're a little bit lower on the hip, but we get zero movement here. We need to run through that hip. Run through that hip. That hip disappears, then you can work up. Okay, that hip did not disappear. We need to make sure we throw that guy over. It's a tough job for Taylor to do by himself. Okay, so we got to make sure we throw that guy over. Taglin, once again, you're taking a side step. Try to just pick that foot up and put it down, and then fire off the ball into this guy. Okay, you can read this, see this guy on the fly. We can't just be, I'd say, totally focus on this guy and worry about him triggering here. Okay, we need to focus on the down lineman first and be patient with this guy. And that's just going to take timing and feeling. Okay, Rife, you're a little too flat. I'd love to see you tighter to the wall and then come back out to block this guy. Also, once again, it looks like you're trying to get there, but I'd love to see you to have a flat back here, a flat back and spear right into his hip here. We're just too high. You see how we're hitting helmet to helmet? I want to see you to have a flat back and spear right into his hip and drive that guy out of there. Okay, Thome, good job stepping inside really hard to make sure he only has a one-way go. Okay, here we're running sweep. Running sweep here. So we don't have an H in the game. Don't have an H in the game. This is where things get a little bit tricky here. So he's off the line of scrimmage, so we got a chip and a scoop. We got a chip and a scoop. Now you two, or I should say, Lucas, you're looking to next play side backer, which is that guy. If this guy steps up, then you got to get off and go get him. Okay, got a chip and a scoop. You guys are working the next play side backer. If that guy flies away, then you're going to look back for inside backer. Okay. You're ripping up hard inside to try to go cut off this backside backer. Okay. So, first step, everyone should be taking a bucket step, getting on your 45-degree track. Okay. Taking guys over. Okay, here is not bad, but LaFleur, you need to get your helmet right there. Try to get your helmet to the play side armpit and wash Lucas off of this. Get Lucas off of this. Okay, which you end up almost getting there, but we're kind of jumping and I don't know. I don't know what that is. We need to keep running our feet and pushing him off of the block. And I know you haven't worked on it. I get it. It's just we need to get there. We need to start getting there and understanding it. Rife, I know I understand with you too. I gotta have patience with you two because you guys haven't done it, and we'll rep it and we'll get there. But we should be taking a bucket step, trying to get our head across here. I know you haven't worked on it, and work it up. Go back and watch some of the film that I have on what a scoop block is. I have film on it of showing you the technique and what it's supposed to look like. Okay, because right now, Rife, you should be getting your head to that play side armpit, pushing Taglin off of this block, so Taglin go to his play side backer, who's standing right there. So this would be perfect. He would go there. Sorensen would go to that guy. Thome would hopefully get up to this guy. And if we actually handed the ball off, we'd be able to run the ball where we need to run it. Okay. Okay, here we're running counter. We have a good looking play here. Now we just got some things to coach up. Lucas, it's the third time here, and I hope this is fixed by tomorrow. You need to get your butt to the sideline. The only way he can go is that way, or you're driving him upfield. We cannot have him fall in right here and make this tackle because we have a touchdown. This is a touchdown. We have to seal off the backside. You step down hard enough, okay? But now you got to get your butt here to the sideline and force this guy upfield. You cannot give him a chance to run the ball back inside. Okay. LaFleur, first step needs to be going into the line of scrimmage, upfield, not getting flat. Okay. I do like how you're staying tight here. This is nice. You're supposed to be going to that guy. That's perfect. Okay. You got to your guy. Awesome. Tags, you hop. Look at your hop here. Hop. You see how you hop to the left? Don't do that. Fire off the ball into this guy and drive him straight back, and then keep your eyes here. All right. We don't need this to be a huge knockout block if he actually comes to your gap. We just need you to get a hand on him and try to push him by this way. All right. Really worry about the down lineman. Okay. Worry about the down lineman. Get your eyes on the linebacker and see where he's going, but we need to get this guy moving, which we eventually do, but we need to eliminate that hop because you hopping to the side really creates a lot of separation between you and Rife when we need your hips together now. Okay, Rife, I want to see you put your shoulder into that hip and drive right through it. Spear right through that hip. Okay, we do get a nice push here. We wall it off. I have no idea what the heck this guy's doing. Okay. But we got that walled off. And then Rife, you're able to get up to the next level. But we need to keep this, guys. Once we get him pushed over, we need to keep that. Okay. And you need to wall him off and get your butt to the sideline just like Sorensen does. Okay. We can't have him fight back over the top. Run your feet. Okay. Thome, this is excellent here. The only thing I'd say, you should step with your inside foot first in case that guy slants in. Okay. But then I love how you run your feet on that base block, and he's not able to do much. But we got to keep running our feet. If he wants to try to get off, you got to run him past the ball carrier. But you do move him off the ball. Okay, H. Skip pull, get to play side inside backer. We're just too high, and we gotta make sure we're ready for contact in the hole. Okay, you're skipping. Now you get up into the hole, break down. You're nice, you're tight. So now it's just an easy, you can almost kick this guy out here. And we're going to run the ball inside it. We have our wall, we have our kick out. That's what we want. Okay, next play. So we have no fans. We have no fans on. Well, we have an off call here. That's what it is. So it turns up having no fans. So tags, you have help from both your guards here because they're not fanning out. If they're fanning, you got this guy one-on-one. Okay. If they're not fanning, then they're going to step inside out, and then you're going to have help from with the nose guard here. Okay. But we just got to make sure we stay nice and square. All right. So Sorensen, you step in hard, which is nice. Okay. You're going to have help. LaFle's helping out here, which is good. Okay. Trying to get nice and big and keep the cup. Okay, tags. This is where if you have help and there's no fans, you can stay nice and square. You can give a hand there. You can give a hand there because Rife's going to have a hand there and help you out. All right. So we need tags. We need you to be a little bit more square so you can help out with that guy. Now, the only time where you have this guy man on man is that if we have two fan calls and they're going out and they're not helping you, that's when you have to take this guy wherever he goes. But then you would have the A-back to help out with any linebacker that blitzes. Okay. I hope that makes sense. Is that if that backer's off and we got two fan calls, you have no help. But if we don't have any fan calls and the guards are able to stay in, then you have help, and then you can just worry about staying square. And if he slants to a gap, you have help from a guard on the inside. Okay, Raymond. We've talked about it. We've repped it. We've practiced it. You got to block your gap. There's a guy standing. I don't know how it could be any more obvious that there's a guy in your gap. This should be down, down, down. So both of you are blocking down. He's past the nose. Should be really easy to see him. Okay. So here, I think this is supposed to be power left. This is supposed to be power left, and Rife is supposed to be leading up and through. Got a kick out there. We got a base block here. Okay. But you need to down block, but we don't even block this guy. So he's able to run through, and now Rife can't pull up to our backer because we don't have our eyes up or we don't know what we're doing. It's one of the two. Okay. H here. Make sure you go inside to out. Okay. We're too high. We're not down on the hip. We're not running our feet through contact. We're not doing any of the things that we have practiced doing. Okay, we start running our feet a little bit, but that's not going to work against Chanhassen. That's not going to work against St. Thomas Academy. That's not going to work against Apple Valley. I mean, we're just way too high. We're not getting down on the hip. Okay, Paul, you need to step with your inside foot first, then your outside foot. You need to get underneath him. You're too high. He's able to get you off of him, and now he's able to go make the play. You can't hold here, Paul. Okay, you do have your hands inside, which is great, but you got to run your feet. They're going to throw a flag on this, and that's going to be a penalty. Okay, that's really flagrant right there. That's going to be a penalty. Okay, LaFleur, you turn your foot, you take a big step. We should be shuffling down. Now I know Raymond's not doing his job where he should be going down. There should be 2 down blocks here. But we're still not doing our push steps. Rife, that's not your fault. You just took him because he crossed your face and then you just blocked him. But you should be going up to that backer right there. Okay. Foam, you really need to step down hard. Don't step upfield. I don't know. It looks like you're trying to rip up to backer almost. You should be shuffling down laterally and then cutting the guy off. Okay, here we're running trap to the right, it looks like. So trap to the right. Paul, we need to make sure we step down hard, replace the guard. Okay, you got to step down harder than that because worst case scenario, he slants into your gap and then we're not able to stop him. Just like that. That's not good. If we handed that ball off, it's not going to be a good deal for us. You really got to step down hard. Okay, you started stepping with this foot first, which made you late. You need to step with that foot, your gap side foot, down hard, shuffle down hard, and seal him off from the play. So even harder. Okay, LaFleur watching you. Okay, love to see you step into the line of scrimmage. You do seem like you stay tighter here, which is good. And now drop down and get your head in the hole. Okay, you're hugging them. This is just not what I coach. Raymond. Okay, I love your first step. Second step, good. Okay, you're just too high. Your helmet's above him. But I like your steps, and we're trying to get that guy over into your gap. Rife, we should be shuffling down, shoulder into the hip, running right through it to backer. Okay, all 4 eyes on that linebacker there. But we do get a nice little push. Okay, Thome, you rip up nice. You get to your backer, good. That's what we need to do. Okay, guys, this is what most kickouts are going to look like for us, I'm going to say, where they just run upfield like that and it makes it super easy. So you have no excuse here not kicking him out the correct way, being down on his hip. Okay, I'm going to skip this last play. I feel like I'm a broken record with the things that I'm coaching here. And you guys have all the resources at your fingertips on making sure you know what you're supposed to do, what it's supposed to look like. You guys can practice it pre-practice. If you want me to come and help you pre-practice, I will come and help you with these things. I know we didn't get any individual time on offense today. We'll hopefully get some tomorrow and on Friday so we can try to iron some of these things out. But guys, to be honest, this is the farthest back I've been in terms of doing the technique correctly and still really knowing where we're supposed to go. And I felt like I've tried to really simplify it here for you guys this year. So I'm still trying to figure out what that is and what I can do to make it easier for you. But we need to step it up here. We're going to have a rude awakening on Saturday on our home opener against Chanhassen. So hopefully you guys are studying hard, and let's try to take some of the things and apply it to team.